Hello and welcome to this week's edition of the Discover Your Assets webinar. For me, I'm so delighted, I'm so happy that we're all alive to see this moment because today's edition promises to be super fantastic. Last week, Miss Progress and Mr. Collins Nwosu took us on a very fantastic journey towards creating a very sustainable wealth. And this week's edition will be talking about a very unique topic that has to do with how you can create a generational success system for yourself. For me, I'm so delighted because I've got a mentor, a business coach, and of course, someone I call a boardroom strategist in the house today at the Lifestyle Up headquarters in Abuja. And for us, we are so happy and so delighted because we know we'll be adding massive value to you today. Where are you watching us from today, okay? Are you watching from Ghana? Is it from Accra, Ghana, Kumasi, Ghana? Is it from Lusaka in Zambia? Are you watching us from Nairobi, in Kenya, in South Africa, Pretoria, Joburg? Or are you watching us from Abuja, Ibadan, Port Harcourt? Wherever you're watching us from in Africa or any part of the world, I say to you, welcome. I bring you massive good greetings from all our vision partners across the globe. For me, it's a unique system we've created at Lifestyle Up, specially designed to help every one of us create generational wealth. Like we always say, knowledge must precede wealth. And today, we'll be talking about a unique aspect, a unique knowledge that every one of us have got to be very cognizant of. And I'm so delighted. Please ensure you have your pen and paper ready, your P-Square, because I need you to jot along and I need you to share your learning point from today's edition, because today I'm so delighted because someone that I respect so much, someone that has impacted my life so positively over the past 9 years is in the house today. And of course, we'll be talking to us about creating a system for success. Now, before we go into the depth of today's event, and of course, before I officially introduce our lead trainer speaker for today, there is a unique video I would like every one of us to watch to set the right tone for the conversation today. And I need you to carefully and of course attentively watch this video. Then of course, we'll be back by introducing our guest of the week. Then of course, we'll go straight into the depth of our conversation. Thank you and welcome to the Discover Your Assets webinar.
To perform at your best, you need to know who you are and why you think and feel the way you do. Hello, I'm Brian Tracy, and today I want to talk to you about the right mindset for success. Success is not an action, it's a way of life. If you want to accomplish great things, greatness must be reflected in everything that you do. Thus, regardless of what it is that you want to accomplish, the path to success must begin by adopting the right mindset. Such a mindset involves the following. The first step to building a mindset for success is to define what it means to succeed. Setting goals for yourself makes it easier to come up with a plan of action to achieve your ambitions and will motivate you to carry out that plan. It also gives you a standard against which to measure your progress and adjust your strategy. You should thus define your life or career goals and then think about what you need to do every day to achieve them. In addition, create short-term goals each day or week, making sure to align them with your broader aims and bigger goals. The second step to building a mindset for success is to stay in touch with your intuition. Many assume that success means making calculated decisions based on empirical data. While you should try to be as empirical as possible, fact-based, such data is not always available. No matter your specific path, you will likely have to make a decision at some point during your career where there is no calculable answer. In this situation, you must be able to listen to your intuition. Though it is not a perfect source of information, your intuition can often sort out problems more quickly than conscious thought can. This will allow you to make decisive choices in difficult situations. Third, Never underestimate the value of a positive attitude toward achieving your goals. No matter the path you follow, it can be easy to get discouraged by temporary setbacks or failures to achieve specific goals. Positive thinking means identifying these setbacks as learning opportunities. This makes it easier to overcome small failures and continue striving towards your goals. Positive thinking also tends to make you a more pleasant person to be around, allowing you to attract support from others who can help you along the way. Fourth, you need to transfer your thoughts into action. In addition to positive thoughts, a mindset for success also requires your thinking about how to be productive. Whenever you are thinking about your goals or obstacles to achieving those goals, you must be able to identify clear actions that you can take in response. The more readily you can transfer an idea or desire into a practical action, the easier it will be to make progress towards your most important goals. Fifth, take responsibility for everything you do. A mindset for success means being able to take responsibility for all that you do, whether good or bad. If you make a mistake or harm someone along your path, taking responsibility lets you contain the damage and preserve your reputation. It also encourages you to think about how you could avoid that mistake in the future. Likewise, if you accomplish something, you have to claim responsibility for it. Only then will others realize what you can do and support you on your path to success. If you enjoyed this video and feel it was valuable in teaching you about mindset and success, share it with your friends or anyone else who might benefit from this information. Before we wrap up, I'd like to leave you with a thought to share with your friends and followers. To perform at your best, you need to know who you are and why you think and feel the way you do. Now, I'd like to hear from you, so my question today is this: are you in the right mindset for success? Or do you have some work to do on yourself? Leave a comment below, and I'll be sure to follow up with you. Thanks for watching, and remember, if you want to change your future, take action, and take action now.
Wow, that was Brian Tracy. That was just a masterpiece. And what was your greatest takeaway from that very short video by Brian Tracy? I would like you to please drop on the chat bar. Just clearly state what you picked from what Brian Tracy just shared with us right now. And I want to encourage every one of you, everything Brian just said to you today, ensure you put it to practice, because knowledge without application equals frustration. But knowledge plus application equals greatness. Fantastic. Now, with that being said, now let's go straight into our discussion for today. Today we'll be discussing and we'll be talking on a very unique topic that has to do with designing your success system. Not my own success system, not our success system, but your own success system. Because your success system has got to be very bespoke, must be customized to your reality. And today we have a business coach, okay, a success strategist, a boardroom strategist. Okay, he is the chancellor of the Fast Track Wealth Academy, an academy that has produced a lot of very successful entrepreneurs globally. And of course, our coach and our trainer for today has helped a lot of entrepreneurs to move from zero to hero to greatness, and it is indeed a great delight. Ladies and gentlemen, with a smiling ovation, please join me to welcoming a great mentor, a coach of coaches, a leader of leaders, Mr. Lawrence Inibele, Lorenzo the Great.
Yeah, thank you, Abioye.
Fantastic.
Yes,
fantastic.
Thank you. And welcome, viewers. We're going to have a good time today. And it's my pleasure to guide and provide answers to Abioye's questions and to helping you design your own success strategy.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Lorenzo. Yeah. We know how busy you are, and for us at Lifestyle Hub, it's indeed a blessing to have you, not just as a coach and mentor, but also for you to also sit on the board of advisory of Lifestyle Hub. And I know you sit on the board of many companies. Now let me even ask you, before we go into the depth of our conversation, how do you manage all these dynamics really?
Yeah, good question. Long ago, I found out by self-discovery what I'm good at, what I'm called to do. And I developed it, and that's the only thing I offer in all these boards.
Awesome.
So I stay in my area of core competence.
Wow.
And I operate out of there, solving problems or wherever.
Fantastic.
So a boardroom is just a group of people solving problems.
Absolutely.
To move the company from one point to the other.
Absolutely.
Along the vision of that company.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you know, there's something Mr. Lorenzo just said right now, very striking. He said when he discovered his calling, and let me ask you, what is your calling? Have you discovered yourself yet? Because the day you achieve greatness is the day you discover your calling. I discovered my own September 2011. Have you discovered yours yet? Okay, so fantastic. Now today we'll be talking about creating or designing your own success strategies. Okay, designing your own success strategy. Okay, now let me ask you, Lorenzo, from your years of experience in mentoring people and in coaching people, especially entrepreneurs and workplace professionals, okay, what will you say is the best process to developing a personalized success strategy?
Okay, first, you have to realize that success is natural. Success is rooted in nature. Success is not artificial. It's not something you apologize for. It's your birthright. Now, to answer your question, the Almighty, when He created you as a human spirit, at the point He was sending you here, He gave everybody talents. So those talents are your gift or your abilities. What I may call the softwares with which to run this physical body. So, for you to succeed is personal. But the equipment of success is a gift. So you don't start from zero. So you need to do a self-discovery of the gift you came with at birth. Some of them are very minute, soft. It's like a computer. The main thing there is the software. So those gifts, if you now recognize them, then find a way to develop them. Of course, there are rules you need to obey. So what you're good at is your best foundation to build on, to succeed. So everybody came with something. So if you want to fail, ignore that thing you came with and start from scratch. Before you go, before 100 years, you will not have achieved much. Most people don't live more than 100 years. But if you start with what you came with, you're already starting at a level already. So you just move forward. So it's simpler. And what you're gifted in, what you came with at birth, is easy for you to develop it because that's your nature. It's like a fish doesn't learn swimming; it just swims. A monkey doesn't learn how to climb trees; it just climbs. So suppose you move a monkey to a river. See, that's the problem. That's what we do when we go to school without discovering what children are good at.
Wow.
So my best strategy for helping people succeed is to first of all find out the gifts they came with, because success is natural. Then you develop and build on those gifts.
Wow, success is natural, and you need to discover your talent, which is the software that drives your physical body.
So
I find that very profound. That's a new one from Lorenzo. Your talent is the software that drives your physical body. Okay, now the question right now is that for those of us watching us right now, what are you good at? Because if I listen to Lorenzo very well, Lorenzo has simply stated clearly that the starting point is discovering what you are good at first. Your natural gift, your natural talent. Now, after the discovery, Lorenzo, how best can this talent be refined?
Okay, good question. After you've discovered your talent, first you need to know that the person who gave you the talent is the best source to develop that talent. So you need to learn the act of meditation. Some people call it deep prayer, some call it silence, some call it waiting on the mountain, whatever you call it, but it's an inner reflection. It's a recognition of the fact that you came with something which is a gift. So you ask the giver of that gift to guide you. So the way to do that is to first of all be quiet and meditate. Through silence, your intuition will speak.
Yeah.
Your software is run by your intuition, your subconscious mind, and your brain. Anybody who specializes on how these three work together will be great. Anybody who does not will be mediocre. So the giver has given you these tools. That's the tool of communication. Then you require knowledge. So the knowledge that will enable you bring out what you came with at birth is called education. Education. So not theory, not scholastic education, but wealth education. Wealth is built on your talents. So you want to say wealth. So if you now want to be successful, you have to first, like I said earlier, recognize those talents, then do a process of meditation so that you can hear your intuition. Your intuition is of the spirit, and the spirit it came from the creator. So if you listen to your intuition, it will guide your subconscious mind, and your subconscious mind will give instructions to your brain. Then you will only act in a way that is with your nature. People's nature are not the same.
That's true.
Abio's nature is different from Lorenzo's nature. We might share some similarities. So, but in his element, I will not be able to outdo him. In my element, he will not be able to outdo me. But we can collaborate, we can cooperate, we can mastermind, we can teamwork for greatness.
Awesome.
So that's one of the best ways to go about it.
Meditation, knowledge. You know, as I always like to say, when you pray,
Yes.
you talk to God.
Sure.
When you meditate, you listen to God. But the challenge is that most people just talk to God without listening. It's like me coming to you, oh Lorenzo, I need $1 million from you, and I just walk away. I didn't even listen to your response if the $1 million is even available or not, or when you intend to give it to me. You know, so meditation is very key, and I'm very glad you brought it up again as one of the ways to refining our talent. Then of course the role of knowledge. Now you spoke about knowledge. Now I need you to please kindly be a bit more specific on how we can use knowledge to refine our talent.
Okay, good question. First, you have to be a student. Student of what? Student of the process that leads to success. So that is very important, and you might want to repeat it. First, you have to first of all be a student. Student of what? Student of the process that leads to what? Success. Remember, success will be defined by you. Do you want to succeed in relationship? Do you want to succeed in sports? Do you want to succeed in singing? Do you want to succeed in parenting? Do you want to succeed in finance? Do you want to succeed in building your own business? Or do you want to succeed as an entrepreneur, for example? Whatever it is, put it on the table. There's a process to follow. So you need to be a student of that process.
Wow.
Now, how do you become a student of a process? A student is a teacher. So in this case, you need a mentor and a coach. Remember, this has assumed you have done your self-discovery, you are within your element, you just want to develop it and become awesome and excellent in it. Good. So you need a mentor. So who is a mentor? A mentor is someone who has achieved what you are trying to achieve. It's not too far from you, so he can understand you, you can understand him. Yes. If it's too far from you, he will not be patient with you. The communication will be too slow. It's like you're a drag on him. You don't want to be a drag on anybody. So it must not be too far from you. So your mentor too should have another mentor. Who should have another mentor? So there's an industry that makes that seamless. It's called the network marketing industry, for example. There's another industry that makes it seamless. The Igbos have it. This thing they call apprenticeship.
Apprenticeship.
Yes, the apprenticeship that gave birth to Alaba International Market, which TED Talk reported Alaba to be the greatest millionaire incubating institute in the whole of Africa.
Powerful.
Yes, and that is enshrined on the Igbo culture of mentorship and coaching. So I've mentioned two examples, network marketing industry and the Igbo Institute as enshrined in Alaba International Market of mentoring to create the next, transfer the next skill set. So because you learn more by practicing, by seeing an expert do what you want to do, just like children. They learn more from their parents by what the parents do, what they see the parents do, than what the parents say. If you watch children very well.
Absolutely.
So, so that's the best way to learn. Then, in addition to that, you have to study books. But these books, they must be written by great people. People whose work speak for them. People whose achievement you can relate with. People who their line of achievement inspire you.
Absolutely.
Anything that inspires you, you have the kernel to do that same thing. Anything that you admire, genuinely, you have something inside you that can do that same thing.
Fantastic.
So you'll go for mentors and coaches who have achieved what you are trying to achieve. The books they've written, they are autobiography. Autobiographies are particularly important because it records the thinking process that gave rise to the result that you admire. Because it's the process that you need to duplicate, not the result.
That's true.
No two results are exactly the same. Because people's destinies are never the same. No two thumb prints, is the same. No two facial expressions are exactly the same. So no two destinies are exactly the same. But the process is the same. Gravity is the same for everybody. Okay. And so in trying to go through those autobiographies, you want to know how they were thinking at difficult times. How they were thinking at the times when it was really easy for them to have given up. How did they conceptualize? How did they distinguish themselves? Why are they not like every other person? So those unique traits is what you want to find out, how they managed to become whom they are.
Wow.
Then when you extricate those processes, remember these are books, so you need to use your creative imagination to read between the lines. Then you now note them down. Because the same situation will assail you if you want to be awesome.
Wow.
And so how you respond to it is also important.
Fantastic.
So if you respond to it the same way they've responded to it, even though your own circumstance may not be exactly like their own, then you achieve the same result they achieved the same amount of time.
Fantastic. To all our guests for this week's edition watching us, Lorenzo has simply simplified the process of success. If you listen carefully to this explanation he just gave, because success is not as complicated as we thought it was. If we can only study and master the process. And I like the idea of mentorship, coaching. These are very great way to helping people. And I want to encourage everyone, if you see somebody that is very successful, don't just go and meet the person, oh, come and be my mentor. They will run away from you. Because you attract mentorship. You don't ask for it. So I want to encourage you. You need to follow one of the earlier process that Lorenzo shared with us, which is what? Personal education. You've got to educate yourself. You've got to read books. When you read books, it helps you to even, because the truth is that, Lorenzo, you agree with me, no teacher will want to befriend for too long a dull student.
Oh, sure.
Except that teacher has got a very particular interest in that dull student. Yes. Because in my own history, you see the best people that are closer to the teacher in secondary school are the bright ones. And of course, people like us, they didn't want to talk to us because, of course, we later proved that academic school education is not enough to creating wealth. But we later rediscovered ourselves and we invested heavily in personal development.
Yes.
Now, you've spoke to us on how to refine our talent, okay? Through meditation, through knowledge, through coaching, through mentorship, through being a student of the process that leads to wealth. I find that phrase very profound. Yes. Now, I will want us to talk about how we can nairalize our talent. Okay. There are two aspects I want us to focus on as we wrap up this edition gradually. How we can nairalize our talents and how each individual watching us today can now create their own personal success strategy that can serve as a system they look into on a daily basis. Because I want to also make this as practical as possible. And I know that if there's anything you specialize in is practical knowledge impartation. Now, before I get you to respond to that, I would like to show every one of us watching us today a unique community we are building. Because whether we like it or not, your environment goes a long way in determining your success. The kind of people that are your neighbors also goes a long way to determine how successful you end up becoming. We want to invite you to be part of the unique knowledge-driven environment that Lifestyle Hub is pioneering, that we are creating. And guess what? We simply make this luxurious environment accessible and of course affordable to every one of us that become and decide to be part of what we do at Lifestyle Hub. So I would like you to quickly check out this very unique environment we created at Lifestyle Hub. Then of course I'll be back by showing you on 4 ways to owning one of the units in this environment. Check this out. Fantastic. Of course, I will not ask you today if you liked what you saw, because I know you obviously liked it. Okay, now I would like you to drop on the chat column what you like the most about the video we just showed you. What we just showed you right now, it's a luxurious 4-bedroom terrace duplex apartment with a rooftop swimming pool. And at Lifestyle Up, we'll be the first company to commercialize the idea of a rooftop swimming pool, and of course it promises to be a fantastic home for every one of you watching us right now. Now, for those of you watching us from the diaspora or in Africa or in Nigeria, you might be wondering, how do you acquire one of these units or multiple of the unit? As a matter of fact, now I will show you 4 ways to doing it, and I'm going to use dollar as a yardstick for explaining how you can acquire each of those units. And of course, thank God for technology, you're going to see the automatic Naira equivalent and the CD equivalent of how you can acquire this. Now, we have a first package we call the Big League package, okay, whereby you can acquire one of these units between the sum of $138,000 US to $250,000 US, depending on the location you are going for. Okay, in exactly 8 months, your keys are delivered to you. We have a contract signed, and that contract is protected by a 20% performance bond. So what that simply means that when you pay a sum of $138,000 US, for example, today, okay, we are going to give you a check of that sum plus 20% on it from day one. Then when we deliver your apartment to you, there is a 7 days appraisal period. That means that you have 7 days to accept or reject what we are delivering to you. Why are we doing this? Because we are so sure of the quality of what we are doing. So if within 7 days you love the apartment, you simply return our check back to us. Then of course you take full possession of your apartment. If within 7 days you are so disappointed with the quality, the contract simply says that you simply go and present that check in the bank 45 working days after the day you rejected it. There is no company will give you such an assurance, because for us at Lifestyle Up, quality of construction and finishing is at the heart of our model. Okay, so that is a Big League package. Now let me show you 3 unique leverage-based packages that can help you own one of those units. Now I would like to talk about the Elite VVIP package. Okay, the Elite VVIP package, whereby you subscribe with the sum of $38,000 US. You recommend 4 of your friends that subscribe with $38,000 each. Then you earn 5% commission on each of those 4. Voila, you qualify for your own fully finished 4-bedroom terrace duplex apartment. Okay, then the second leverage package is the VVIP package, whereby you subscribe with the sum of $8,400 US. You recommend 4 of your friends. You earn 5% commission on each of them, as clearly stated on the screen. Okay, then those 4, we also recommend there are 4 each, making 16. The day the 16th man signed up, that very day you earn a leadership bonus of $8,400 US. Your capital is back, and of course you qualify for a fully finished 4-bedroom terrace duplex apartment. Then finally, we have the third leverage package, which is the VIP package, whereby you subscribe with a sum of $4,200. You recommend 3 of your friends. You earn 10% on each of those 3. Then those 3 friends of yours obey the law of 3s by recommending their own 3 each, making 9. The day the 9th man signed up, you become a leader and you earn a leadership bonus of $4,200. Your capital is back on the second level. Then those 9 people in your second generation will also start their journey individually by recommending 3 each, making 27. The day the 27th man signed up, that very day you qualify for your own 4-bedroom terrace apartment. This is a unique innovation that we pioneered at Lifestyle Up, specially designed to help you make up in numbers what you lack in cash. It's leverage without leverage, nobody creates wealth. Okay, and this is our own addition to the real estate sector in Africa, specially designed to grossly support our government to reducing the housing deficit in our great continent of Africa. And I must say to you that there are a lot of other great benefits built into our leverage packages that you need to know about. I encourage you to please contact your friends that have invited you to this webinar today. They will talk to you on how you can own yourself a new car in the process, and of course, how you can also enjoy some of our international vacations. Thank you so very much. Now, I'll be going back to Lorenzo de Grace, when he'll be talking to us on how we can nairalize our talent in the course of our journey towards building a sustainable wealth system for ourselves. Thank you, everyone. Now, before I ask about how we nairalize our talent, what is your thoughts about what we just presented on our 4-bedroom luxury terrace duplex apartment?
You can see I'm smiling already. Yeah, it's an awesome opportunity out there. It's a solution to one of the fundamental needs of Africa, which is comfortable and affordable accommodation. And this one is an innovation, because for you to succeed, your environment is a major factor. Because ideas are free. When ideas come, who you share those ideas with determine whether the idea will die or survive. So what you've Lifestyle Hub, what we try to put together is simply, to induce an environment where your neighbors don't kill your own dream. Your neighbors are also dreamers like you. They've read similar books. They have a library. They've been on the journey together with you, so they will encourage you instead of compete with you.
Absolutely.
So you're not just buying a house. You're buying an environment for success. Absolutely. An environment that will induce you to succeed. You cannot be where water is boiling and you not feel the heat. So you cannot live inside that place and not find your own way to be successful.
Absolutely.
So you get a house and you get an environment that will induce success. The more success we have in Africa, the better for Africa.
Absolutely.
The better for the future of mankind.
Absolutely.
So thank you, Abiri, for pioneering the Lifestyle Hub vision that makes this kind of real estate available to the average person. So viewers, the ball is in your court. Leave a legacy of environment for yourself and your children.
Awesome.
Children learn more from what they see, what they interact with. So Lifestyle Hub is giving that chance to each and every one of us.
Lorenzo, this is just a small little drift. Someone said to me one day, he said, Abiri, guess what? My son asked me a question. He said, Daddy, when are we going to live in an apartment that has a staircase inside? Our children too, they can be one of our motivating factors so that we can give them the good life that we didn't even have the privilege of having at their own age. Now, Lorenzo, you said that talent is critical to creating a success strategy.
Sure.
Okay. Now, you've spoken about how we can refine the talent.
Yes.
Law, cash is key.
Yeah, cash is king.
So how can we dolarize our talent? Now, before you answer that question, we've got some unique gift for for one of our viewers today. Okay. Now, I have a book in my hand. Okay. I know some of you have the PDF already, but it is magic when you have the hard copy of this book. This book has created the biggest number of successful people in the world, and we felt we should give this book out again today. It's by Napoleon Hill, a great success legend. Think and go rich. Thinking is key. Remember, Lorenzo spoke about thinking through meditation. This book will help you structure your thinking process, which will greatly impact your actions. So from what Lorenzo is going to say going forward, I'm going to pick a phrase from what he has said, and I will ask us a question. Then the first person that gives us the first correct answer wins this book, and of course the Lifestyle brochure. Maybe you just want to know what we do. Okay, so this is an hard copy of our brochure. It's very fantastic. It shows you the DNA of our company. So we'll be giving these two away today. Now, I know some of you join us at different points. okay, and your network might make you feel you are the first person that got the right answer. Let me just quickly also make a disclaimer. We are only going to use a Lifestyle Up network. Okay, so let's just take this as a raffle draw. Okay, Lord? I think that's fair enough.
Yes.
So whether you win it or not, it's fine. But you can always go to the bookshelf and get this book. It's very important. But let's see who our lucky winner will be. So I need you to please pay close attention to Lorenzo. Then, of course, to every one of us watching us today, and to all our vision partners watching us from around the world, I'll be making a big announcement at the end of today's edition. An announcement we've never made anywhere before. Is the new addition to what we do at Lifestyle Up. Okay? And what best day to making that announcement when we have Lorenzo the Great in the house, who also sits on our board of advisory. So before we did these two things about asking questions, making the big announcement, I've got to get Lorenzo to help us realize our talent. So
Yes.
in very short explanation, sir, how best can we realize our talent?
Okay, viewers, I think that's a great question. I hope you are listening. But before I go into it, I want to endorse this book. It's foundation to answering the question Abiwe just asked. So if you want to get it free, pay attention. If you can't get it from this exercise, you can buy it. What I'm going to tell you is what this book has already said. And this book is an advice from 500 of the richest people in the world at the time it was written in 1928. 500 of the richest people in the world were interviewed. That why do people become successful and why do people become unsuccessful? The answer was given here. So this is not a book you read, it's a book you study. Because when I talk about mentoring, imagine 500 people telling you the secret of their wealth, and it's written in a book. You know, there's this statement that says, if you want something hidden from people, write it in a book.
I like what you said, from people, from people, not from...
No, people, yes. So the secret is in that book. So I'm just a student of this book for many years. I read this book for the first time in 1996, 1997. So, and the book has been a popular companion in my library up till date. So I recommend it highly. The pro today, whoever you call a professional today, was once an amateur who believed in himself or herself, kept on studying, and kept on taking courageous steps until he or she arrived. Same with me, Lorenzo the Great. And I want to also say that I'm proud to be a member of board advisory to this wonderful real estate company called Lifestyle Asset Hub. So knowledge is useless if you can't use it to solve any problem. So we're solving the real estate problem. We invite you to it. Okay, so let me now go straight. How do you cash your talent? How do you turn your talent to naira? How do you turn it to dollars? How do you turn it to euro? How do you turn it to, cryptocurrencies and what have you? Any kind of money you want, gold and silver. How do you turn your talent to money? First, if you had listened to me carefully, I had said that talent is a gift. So you need to first of all ask he who gave you those talents what you need to use it to do. There is a process called self-discovery. Then when you have gotten an idea through meditation of what this talent should be put into, then you have to develop the talent. The process of developing the talent, you need a mentor. A mentor that is busy doing that which you plan to do or achieving already. And part of achieving is cash. Of course, cash flow is king. Money is probably number 2 after oxygen on earth. Oxygen and the Almighty who gave us oxygen and life, sacrosanct. But after that, and your relationship with He who gave you life, the next most important relationship is relationship with money. But not money as in the paper, money as in the value that created the paper. So value has assumed that you gave something. So what is it that you are equipped to give? I've told you of your talent. So when you develop your talent through mentoring, right mentoring, and through the right books, we've introduced one already, which you should study. Study to extricate the principles. Then, what are you going to give in order to get money? Becomes the next thing. What problem have you identified you can solve in your area of talent? All right? Part of my area of talent is to simplify the process that can make people successful. Hence, I'm called a success strategist. And I gladly answer that title. So, what you need to know is a process. After you've equipped yourself, because your talent may be different from mine. We might have similar talents. So identify your own. Then find out who gave you that talent and know that that talent was given to you to serve probably about 8 billion people on earth, not one person.
Wow. Wow.
Your talent was given to you to serve all the entire world population, not one person. So how you go about it in the 21st century, you need to be clear about it. You need to know about what problems people are facing and what solution you can use your talent to provide.
Fantastic.
Yes, that's the first step.
Fantastic.
What problems are people facing in what parts of the world, and how can you provide a solution? Companies that do well solve problems. The board of directors are strategists in solving problems according to the vision of the company. So if you're a good problem solver, by attraction, you'll be attracted to such boards. By attraction, you're attracted to employment and people whose problem you'll be able to solve. But let's assume you don't want to go through that way. That's one route anyway. That's what takes people to school to refine their talents, get employed and all that. But let's assume you don't want to go into that route. You want to be an entrepreneur. Entrepreneur is somebody who wants to solve his own problem, make his own money, not necessarily working for people. But whether you want to be an entrepreneur or a paid employee, remember that you need mentors and coaches. They shorten the path for you. They shorten the path. If you were to move from Abuja to Lokoja, it's probably about 2 hours, 30 minutes as I speak. You have 3 options probably. Maybe you have a helicopter. Maybe you have a brand new car. Maybe you want to join transport. Maybe you want to take a napep. Maybe you want to trek. Maybe you want to use a bike. You see, all will take you to Lokoja, but the time of arrival from Abuja to Lokoja will not be the same.
True.
Good. So mentors and coaches, if we're choosing, are like taking helicopter in the example I've given. Why doing it your own way is like trekking or taking keke napep and all that. You know, the journey will be farther and the stress will be more. So who is your shortcut? Whose experience are you leveraging? Abioye said that you can't be wealthy without leverage. It's called other people's experience, other people's time, and other people's money. So to nairalize or dollarize your talent, you need to have a system in place. So if you follow a mentor who already has a system, you work in the mentor system to learn how the system works. Then while you are there, you can now begin to create your own system.
Fantastic.
You need the power of the internet, you need the power of social media, because we're in the 21st century. Okay? Then you need to develop your people's skills. People should be able to like you, should be likable. All right? Because the solution you want to provide will be bought by a human being. So it's people first. Even those who manufacture planes, it's a human being that will buy the plane. So the solution you want to provide using your area of talent, do you understand, is a human being that will purchase it from you.
Absolutely.
So you may need help, which your coach and mentor would have already told you. You know, this is just a summary. If you choose the right mentors and coaches, they would have told you the kind of website you need, if you need one. They would have told you the type of social media page you need, if you need one. They would have told you how effective the solution you're providing is to the marketplace. They will give you websites, YouTube channels, and other mentors to follow that will enable you know exactly people who are solving similar problem in the area you're interested in, the challenges they are facing, and how they are solving it.
Fantastic.
You will also know how pricing works. How much free service you have to give to qualify to getting paid. By all means, develop your talent to the point where nobody can resist it.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
Nobody can ignore value except it's not excellently delivered. Yes.
Fantastic. 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 Thank you so much, Law. You know, to summarize everything he has said about how to nairalize or dollarize your talent, is that you've got to ask yourself a question: what problem can I use my talent to solve? So just ask yourself this question tonight. And I want
and
to
how many
encourage
people?
you.
Sorry,
Yes.
and how many people can you solve their problem? Remember, you have about 8 billion people on the earth.
Absolutely.
So the more people that can access your solution, the more money you can make.
Exactly. And I would like to ask a question, okay? And the fastest finger wins. There is a word I'm looking for. You know, Lorenzo said something. He said, knowledge is dash, okay? If you cannot use it to solve a problem, okay? Knowledge is dash. Sorry, I didn't say dash as in it's dash. I mean, knowledge is, okay, if you cannot use it to solve a problem. So please just drop that word I would like to see who will have the fastest finger. Knowledge is dash if you cannot use it to solve a problem. If you listen to him carefully, you will know which word I'm looking for. So the person with the first exact word or the person with the closest word to it will win the gift for this very week. Now, Lorenzo, I will now need us to wrap up gradually by you giving us a framework for creating our personalized success strategy as a success strategist yourself. Okay, so before you answer this question, I would like us to take our guest for this week on a very short, very short journey for them to see the second community we have at Lifestyle Up called the Solid Refuge Community. Please check this out. All right, welcome back. You know, one of the things that inspired our Solid Refuge design is simply because if we want to give more people access into the prime part of our community, research has shown that if we are serious about it, we've got to build vertically. And that is why we introduced a vertical construction as part of our solution at Lifestyle Up that helps our vision partners to own a luxury 3-bedroom flat apartment with a main room, and guess what, with a rooftop garden that has a swimming pool, as you must have seen on that video. And guess what, it can be a very fantastic investment platform for yourself. When people are in town, they will want to buy your room for a day, for 2 days. Okay, that's another strategy we teach our vision partners. So I encourage you to be part of what we are doing. Then we'll show you how you can build massive wealth in real estate using our model. Now let me quickly show you 4 ways to owning one of those units in that very masterpiece we just showed you. Number 1, we have a package we call the Big Haven. The Big Haven is the outright option, whereby you say, you know what, Abioye, I don't want to leverage, I just want to buy outrightly. Okay, you have a unit to yourself. By the time you pay the sum of between 90,000 US dollars to 120,000 US dollars, depending on location. Then once you make that payment, in exactly 18 months, your keys are delivered to you. Like I explained, my expression of the luxury apartment, you will simply have what we call a 20% performance bond that protects your outright subscription. Then we have a second package we call the Haven 3.0, whereby you subscribe with the sum of $19,256. You recommend 4 of your friends. You earn 5% on each of them voila, you qualify for one of those units. Then we have a third package we call the Avon 2.0, okay, whereby you subscribe with the sum of $4,621. You recommend 4 of your friends. You earn 5% commission on each of those 4, and your 4 friends recommend 4 each, making 16. The day the 16th man signed up, you qualify for one of those luxury flat apartments I showed you earlier. Then finally, Avon 1.0, whereby you subscribe with the sum of $2,310. You recommend 3 of your friends. You earn 5% commission on each of them. Then your 3 friends recommend 3 each, making 9. Then you earn a leadership bonus. Then when those 9 recommend their 3 each, making 27 in your 3rd generation, voila, you qualify for one of those units. Like I said earlier, we've created this unique leverage system specially designed to help you make up in numbers what you lack in cash, and of course for you to make the best of your greatest resource ever, which is what? The quality relationship you have. Those are the 2 communities we have at Lifestyle Hub. I will want you to please check out our website, lifestyleassetHub.com, and also contact the person that shared this week's edition with you. They will help you in onboarding you. There are a lot of security that protect your subscription, which they will also be unveiling to you when you contact them. And we are more than happy to answering your questions. Now we are getting to the final moment of this week's edition, where Mr. Lorenzo will be talking to us on how we can create a success framework for ourselves that can serve as a guide, a daily guide, as a matter of fact. Thank you so very much. All right. Thank you so much, Lorenzo. It's a really rare privilege to steal so much of your time today, because we know, I'm sure your phone is ringing already for people trying to get your attention. Now, before you leave this facility today, we will need you to please give us a framework for creating a personalized success strategy for every one of us watching today.
Okay. So viewers, success is personal, success is natural. So the ingredients for success, first of all, is your talents, your recognition of who gave you those talents. And the fact that the highest tools for success are, in order of precedence, your intuition, followed by your subconscious mind, then your brain. So every day, you should be aware that your equipment for success was given to you at birth as part of the equipment. It's like when you went to school. Those of us who went to secondary school and were sent to boarding house. Parents used to give us provision, clothes and all that. So the Almighty in His wisdom also equipped each one of us.
Sure.
Why I'm re-emphasizing it is that you will be average no matter how well schooled you are if you are not within your area of competence, natural competence. Just like a fish and climbing a tree. So that's the foundation. Then, when you've gotten the foundation right, if you don't have it right already, I will recommend you do a self-discovery course to rediscover yourself and your purpose and your calling in life. You'll be awesome in those areas. So having established that foundation, every day before you sleep, ask yourself, what were the things you achieved today? What are the things you're grateful for? And what are the things you couldn't do today that you ought to have done? Then what will you do tomorrow? Listen to this video again. Those questions before you sleep are very important. And then try to sleep with a smiling face. Look for an audio, look for a movie, not movie if you can find, or an audio or a song or anything that puts you in a positive, net positive mood before you sleep. Why? Your subconscious mind does not sleep. It goes to work to prepare circumstances, events, human beings, relationship that will make it happen for you the next day while you are asleep. That is the most powerful formula for success. Then the first thing you do when you wake up is also important. I wake up lazily. Those who know me privately know that I don't pick calls immediately I wake up. That's because the first 1 hour I wake up is setting the sail. You must be deliberate and intentional about your own success. Once you've established where your success, once you've established your area of core competence, you're like working with nature. So the forces of nature, the forces of gravity, the forces of attraction, everything conspires to work in your favor. So that first 1 hour you wake up from sleep, when you are still nosing, the theta part of your brain is still active. That's the part that's the handover time between the subconscious mind and the conscious mind. So that time you can use it to give instruction to your subconscious. It's a very powerful tool you have. Apart from your spirit and your intuition, there's no other powerful tool as much as your subconscious mind. So we're not schooled in educating it. That's a failure of school education. I don't care whether you have a doctorate or a master's degree. If you're not schooled in how your subconscious mind works, you'll be a mediocre. You'll be average. Although you can stumble into it without knowing and still succeed. But since you don't know how you succeeded, you may also begin to fail without knowing. So what I'm saying in effect is take possession of your first 1 hour when you wake up. All right? And program your day the way you want it. The chances of you succeeding will be higher than otherwise. Why do I say so? Scientific research has already proven that the expectation of the researcher usually influences the outcome of the experiment.
Very true.
It's a well-known fact. But how is that so? That's what I'm telling you. The subconscious mind is very powerful. It can influence outcome of things. And please influence outcomes for good within your area of core competence. That way, your success strategy is on course. But we're on earth. We're in the 21st century. You must make use of tools. So which tools are you leveraging? I've recommended mentor and coaches. Those mentor and coaches must be working with a system. System starts from save yourself some time, energy, and money. Take example of Lifestyle Asset Hub. There's a system to make you succeed. Part of the system is what you are listening to today. All right? It will have cost you some money to get a personalized coach to break down some of these things for you. But Lifestyle Asset Hub sees that as part of its own system to make you succeed, to induce you to succeed, basically. Since all of us, we need a roof over our head. Anyway, that's the problem Lifestyle Hub is solving. But you need human beings to live in the house. So you need to educate those human beings. Absolutely. You need to make those human beings persons of success, so that the real estate does not become real estate of people of failure. Because failure is in different ways. You can succeed in real estate and fail in parenting. You can pass in parenting and fail in a relationship with your spouse. So why about succeeding in all of them? That makes you an overall what? Success. Then how about financial success? How about cash flow? So, if you don't make money, you're a joker, because nothing is free in this world. So what am I saying in effect? What I'm saying in effect is, after you've done the needful in the morning, in the previous night, and you've set the sail properly within your area of core competence, you need a mentor working in a system. So a system will save you a lot of stress. Today, internet is a system. Today, there's an industry called network marketing. You may not like the terminology, but look at the mentoring in it. I talked about Alaba International Market. You may not like the Igbos, you may not like the name of the market, but the mentoring that is in place is what I'm talking about, the process. I made mention that you must be a student of the process. The outcome is secondary. True. What matters is what? The process. Once you master the process, then you are good. If you don't like these industries I've mentioned, how about the mentors that it will give you for free? Do you not also like that? How about the fact that your mentor also has a mentor? Think about it. Who has another mentor? Think about it. So you're in a chain of helpers. It's like your own guardian angels. All right? Down. And nature is the wisest we can ever know on earth. Nature. Nobody's wiser than nature. Nature in its wisdom ensures that you have a parent who most time will be older than you by at least 20 years. Your father is older than you by more than 20 years or more. Your mother is older than you by more than 20 years or more. 40 years of combined mentoring by your parents cannot be ignored.
Wow.
So why not learn from that and duplicate it in real life? Industries have done that. I've mentioned some of those industries. So there are others, of course. There are others I may not even be aware of. But the process is very important. So when you go through that, you'll be able to duplicate the process. So you cannot duplicate what you don't know or what you don't understand.
Absolutely.
So you need a system to work with. Coca-Cola is a system. Facebook is a system. Name it. Instagram is a system. Even Nigeria is supposed to be a system. America is a system of government and all that. So what system is going to back the solution you want to provide to mankind? So that instead of only 5-10 people accessing your solution, potentially 8 billion people should assess your solution.
Fantastic.
So,
fantastic.
So,
thank you so much, Lorenzo. You know, let me just pick from some of the things he said by way of summary. You know, that for you to properly create a unique framework for your personalized success system or strategy, you must rediscover yourself. Self-rediscovery is very important. And you spoke about daily reflection, especially at night. You ask yourself, what have I done well today? What should I have done better? What should I give myself credit for? Okay, and of course, that you should smile, you should sleep with a smiley face. Now that got me cracking. Okay, that you should sleep, that Lorenzo, that is very profound. You know, sleep with a smiley face and at least entertain your subconscious mind while you are sleeping. Don't bore your subconscious mind. Okay, because when you sleep with some nice tone, even your subconscious mind will be engaged and be active, and it makes the next day very, very productive for you. Then this is also very profound. Your first 1 hour. That sounds like a topic for a book. Okay, the first 1 hour in a day. I just gave somebody a book topic now. Okay, that your first 1 hour is very critical.
Yes.
Okay, most of us we are guilty of this. Once we wake up, like the first thing we reach out for is what? Is our phones. Okay, we put our phones by our bed, by our pillow, which is not even very healthy. Okay, but just ensure that your first 1 hour you use it to prepare yourself, your mind, meditate, and get ready for the day. Thank you, Lorenzo, for that reminder. Then, of course, try and create an overall success mindset in terms of financial success, parenting, you know, and even health. Okay, it's also a success too.
Yes, very important.
You know, very key.
Mental health.
Exactly, absolutely. You know, so I'm so grateful that we have Lorenzo today in the house, and I hope you've been able to pick certain things, and let's get to work and of course master the process like he rightly taught us. Okay, now let me quickly announce the answer to the question I asked earlier. I said knowledge is dash if you cannot use it to solve a problem. The word I'm looking for is useless. Knowledge is useless if you cannot use it to solve a problem. So who got the answer? Fantastic. So our team is going to drop the name of the person that got the right answer for this week's edition. Congratulations to you. And this will be sent to you to your location. And of course, if you are in Abuja, it will be a great privilege to have a coffee with you. Then of course you can pick this up right in our office. But if you are not in Abuja, we can always DHL it to you. And at the end of the day, you derive great value from this. So as we wrap up, I need you to please just drop a comment about what Lorenzo said today that you find most profound. Okay, please drop it because what you found profound might not be what the next person finds profound. So let's combine our learnings and let us all end this edition today by learning from ourselves. Okay, please drop it, and guess what? Once you drop it, you can never forget it. Okay, so drop it so that you never forget. So drop it on the comment chat what you find most profound from Lorenzo today. Now, as I wrap up this edition, finally, I will want Lorenzo in 60 seconds to just give a closing remark of everything you've said to us today in 60 seconds.
Okay. Well, in 60 seconds, I would say success again is natural. You have gifts to succeed from birth. You ought to have been schooled in it. If the schooling you got did not recognize that, then you can reschool yourself. Self-education is the most important form of development you can have. And talent also is not enough. It has to be developed. So the process of development follows through mentoring, coaching, self-education, what is called personal development. Then you need to solve problems if you want to be wealthy. Don't think in terms of money, paper money and all that. Think in terms of problem you're going to solve and how to simplify those problems so that more people can patronize you and pay you money for it. You need to commercialize your solution. So the best way to do that is leveraging systems. So try and be in a system, understand the system, so you can create your own. You cannot duplicate what you don't understand or what you are not aware of. We live in a technology world, so don't ignore technology. We have the technology of Internet 1.0, Internet 2.0, social media, and now Internet 3.0, blockchain.
Yeah.
So all that are in your favor. How are you leveraging them? If you leverage them, you become very successful financially.
Fantastic.
If you don't, you'll be crawling when your mates are running.
Fantastic.
You'll be like somebody running on a clutch. One leg, people who hop. Yeah, they make progress, but how about striding on both legs? So technology will provide you extra wings. Do not ignore it.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lorenzo. And please, let's have your Instagram handles so that those that are watching us can also follow you on Instagram and also learn more from your daily posts.
Yes, I'm on Instagram as Go Fast Track. It's spelled as GOFASTRACK. I repeat, GOFASTRACK.
Fantastic.
That's Instagram.
Yeah.
On Facebook, I'm there as Lawrence Enebeli with Lorenzo in brackets.
And it's clearly stated on the screen, okay? For those of us who couldn't pick, just see it on the screen right now.
Yes.
Pick it and please follow Lorenzo, and let's deepen and expand the unique knowledge community we are building. Okay. Thank you so very much, Lorenzo.
Yes.
We look forward to having you again at the Discover Your Assets webinar. On behalf of all our guests today watching us live, we say a big thank you to you.
My
Thank
pleasure.
you so very much.
Yes, thank you, viewers.
Thank you.
And see you another time.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Very good. That was such a fantastic section with Lorenzo the Great. I'm so delighted, and we can't wait to have him back with another very deep topic on the Discover Your Assets webinar. Like I said also earlier, that I'm going to make an announcement for the first time ever, okay? And I'm so excited about this announcement. Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you watching us right now, either you're a vision partner or you're a vision partner to be, watching us from Africa, from Nigeria, from the diaspora, I have a special announcement to make. The announcement is that going forward, okay, all our construction sites at Lifestyle Up, okay, across the continent of Africa will be insured. What that means that we have a unique partnership with one of the topmost insurance companies, okay, that has got a global spread that will be insuring all our construction sites. What that means that from the very day we move into site till the day we complete our construction, everything on site is absolutely insured. You know what that simply means? That's put you, okay, as an individual and the company. It gives us more comfort knowing that the processes of what we are doing is better insured, is better taken care of. And guess what? I'm more excited about this. All our apartments at Lifestyle Up will now be delivered with a 1-year comprehensive insurance that protects your apartment from burglary and from fire. Okay, isn't that very interesting? And this is another value proposition at Lifestyle Up. Like I always say to people, at Lifestyle Up, we are not a mentally static organization. Every quarter, there is always something new about what we do. And this is another new addition to what we do. So I want to encourage us, if you are not a member of the Lifestyle Up Vision Partner team, I say to you, subscribe today, become a vision partner, and let us co-own this unique Pan-African real estate solution vision together. Thank you so very much. It's indeed been a great delight being your host again for this week's edition of the Discover Your Assets. I look forward to seeing every one of you sometime in the future. Thank you so very much. My name is Abioye Oke, and I'm the CEO of Lifestyle Asset Hub Limited. God bless you.